Welcome to Intoxication Station. I'm Raymond, and we're going to be reviewing Rock Pit Brewing, located in Soto, which is going to be the South Downtown Orlando area. This place was super cool going in there. As a native Floridian, multiple generation, specifically to the Orlando area, this place screams local, 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 100%. Now, with some of the history and backstory with Orlando, we weren't always about tourism, theme parks, things of that nature. In fact, we were very much an agriculture state for the longest time. One of the more known things would be citrus and cattle as well too. But there was also very much a mining operation that happened in Orlando at the time, predominantly with lime rock and things of that nature, where Rock Pit Brewing comes into play is bringing some of the culture from yesteryear of the Orlando that I grew up with to the modern age. Now, Rock Pit Brewing is more than just a brewery. They're also in the market for distilling as well too. So, at time of visit, they did have gins, vodkas, and other distilled spirits up there. They were working on bourbons, but the thing with bourbon, you do need time in order for it to be bourbon. So in due time, we should be able to see some of the bourbon offerings that they have up there. Now, with them being more of a brewery at the time of recording, there were bountiful options up there. Can't even begin which beer was my favorite because there were so many options to choose from, whether it be a lighter beer, darker beer, Irish Reds, stouts, pilsners, IPAs, lagers. They had the full gambit of everything. Now, one of the cool things with Rock Pit is they do have an agreement with a local barbecue place called Cecil's Barbecue. Now, Cecil's Barbecue is absolute fire. I would love to do a review of them at some point or another throughout the duration of the channel. But in the meantime, we're going to loop them in along with Rock Pit because Rock Pit being a local brewery helps out with other local companies as well too. So aside from Cecil's being their go-to when it comes to food options, they do have other food trucks that come in periodically depending on the event and depending on the circumstances. Now, when we were there, they were setting up a live band that was going to be playing later on. We did have to cut the day short a little bit due to personal reasons, i.e., it was a long ass day. That was such a long day, but very beneficial to say the least. Out of some of the offerings I did try when I was up there, I did have an Irish Red. I had one of their porters. I'll have photos of the different flights that we tried when we were up there. But all around, friendly atmosphere. Definitely a go-to place, and you can tell that locals go there periodically. They do have a dedicated section on the wall for all the locals that come in for their own pint glasses, which that's great. To go to a place so often that you earn your own pint glass, that's really saying something about the establishment. They care about the local economy. They care about the locals that come in there and frequent often. I will do my best to try to get in there a little bit more often in between all the places that we go to review, check out, what have you. Amazing staff. Definitely an amazing staff that they have up there, very knowledgeable in all the products that they have to offer and very friendly at the same time. One thing that I would like to emphasize is the overall layout on the inside. Now, the last place that we visited was very modern, very chic, very much a nice place to go to. Not saying that Rock Pit isn't a nice place, but it's more homey from a Floridian standpoint. Lots of wood paneling everywhere, lots of posters everywhere promoting other businesses, their own brews as well too. All around, great place to check out. Now, they do have a lot of bar seating, but equal amounts, if not more, table seating as well too. So if you plan on going there with people and enjoying the day, making a day out of it, not on a mission to destroy brain cells, liver, whatever the case may be, that's where you would want to go to. But we did choose to sit by the bar, and in doing so, we got phenomenal service. Not saying that you won't at the booths, but in the same token, when you're right up front where the action is, you want to be right where the action is. With that, one of my good friends for many a years does work up there. Now, shameless plug to her, she is working on multiple ventures herself, and it wouldn't be doing any justice if I didn't mention Daisy. Very sweet girl, one of my dearest friends, first and foremost. She is currently doing salon work. She also debuted a book of hers as well too. So on top of being a hairstylist, she's also an accomplished author as well too, and also works at Rock Pit. So if you do go in there, tell her that Intoxication Station sent you, that I'm sorry, and to make sure to slap Raymond in the face next time you see him. Looking forward to it. But all in all, Rock Pit was an amazing place to go to, definitely worth checking out. Generally, they are fairly busy, but not to the point where it's overbearing at the same time. Would highly recommend going there. Go there during the week. May get a little bit slower service in there as far as not as busy an establishment, but you're going to get quality. Make sure to check out Rock Pit Brewing. They're in the South Downtown Orlando area, i.e. the SoDo area. And one of the major attributes of the area that they're in, there are quite a few places to go to. There are walking, probably wouldn't do it unless you want to get hit by a car. There's a lot of heavily trafficked roads going through there. So just from a safety standpoint, I would consider doing either rideshare, driving there if you can find a parking spot, whatever the case may be. But with that, make sure to check us out at our link tree for all of our social media outlets that we do have, and consider donating to the channel through our Cash App. Links are down in the description below. If there's any recommendations that you would like to give us anywhere within the state of Florida, as far as restaurants, distilleries, breweries, whatever the case may be, if you think it's worth reviewing and for us to take the time to go out there, please let us know. I'm Raymond with Intoxication Station, and we'll catch you on the next one.